you get the latest sci-fi movie and television news, book reviews, interviews, games, comics, graphic novels, and more. It's everything you want to know. Begin your journey by ordering now. You'll receive a full year. That's 6 big issues for only $16.95. And as a special bonus with your paid subscription, you'll get our Premier Collector's Edition for free. Order Science Fiction Age magazine now and save over 47% off the newsstand price. The future is around the corner. Order yours today.
CNET is designated
Cyber.
This is Sci-Fi.
You're now entering the digital domain. CNET Central. Information and innovation shaping the digital age. New Edge. Exploring technology's new frontiers.
Oh, wow!
The web. Bringing the World Wide Web to your world.
Get your motor running.
Cool tech.
Cool tech.
Tracking the latest gear, gadgets, and gizmos. Welcome to the digital domain.
Now on CNET Central. Take a sneak peek into the future, to the days when computers control our houses. The dawn of internet appliances is here.
If you thought ticket scalpers were out of control in front of your local arena, wait until you see the prices online.
Get discovered how Donnie and Marie used the web for their very own star search.
Plus, we'll have news from the world of computers.
And we'll show you great digital cameras for under $400 right now on CNET Central.
Now, from the #1 on-air and online information source for the digital age, this is CNET Central.
Hi, I'm Hari Srinivasan, filling in for Daphne Brogdon, who's on assignment.
And I'm Richard Hart. Welcome to CNET Central.
Richard, we've lived to see a day now where we can shop for just about anything from home in our pajamas, call someone from the highest mountaintop or a beach. Now, I mean, cars aren't flying yet, but the Jetsons' future isn't that far off.
Well, remember, they had a robot do the laundry, I think, in 10 seconds flat, folded, I might add. So none of that's going to happen anytime soon. On the other hand, we are seeing computers disappearing into TVs and phones and all kinds of new tech appliances.
Yeah, I mean, if you thought the Jetsons made things look easy, wait till you see some of the way-out appliances tech companies are cooking up.
The trusty old desktop computer is not going away, but it is beginning to disappear. To be reborn in a dizzying array of intelligent home appliances.
By 2002 to 2003, consumers will buy more information appliances than they buy desktop PCs.
If you think about it, the average home already has hundreds of smart computing devices. There are microprocessors in stereos, VCRs, ovens, even clocks. But now several companies are cooking up ways to make them even smarter.
It's really a household help. It's an organizing thing for the kitchen.
NCR's microwave PC will enable consumers to do their banking while they're cooking. They can check email, look for recipes, or scan items which will then be added to a shopping list. Chipmaker Intel is also trying to bring computing into the kitchen and into the bathroom and the bedroom, virtually anywhere in the home. Ed Arrington is leading that initiative.
The refrigerator seems to be doing a pretty darn good job just sitting there keeping things cold, right?
It really does, and it's a great appliance for that. But it also is the kind of the center of information. There's calendars and there's pictures, and so if we can maybe think about ways, display technologies are pretty expensive right now, but as they come down in cost, perhaps making even the whole front of a refrigerator display would make it really powerful. You could get all kinds of information available, where the family is and where they're interacting.
In addition to providing home displays, your smart appliances would also understand spoken directions.
Normal weekday wake-up schedule, unless traffic's bad, then make it a half hour earlier.
The question is, how does the alarm clock know about things like traffic?
Well, the alarm clock would be connected to some kind of networking in the home, and that kind of networking would connect to the internet and gather traffic information that's even available today on the internet.
In IBM's home of the future, happiness is where the hub is. These fully networked homes can enable consumers to control remotely their heating, lighting, entertainment, and security using a central server and lots of cable.
It gets buried in the wall and accommodates the cable television, the telephone, the home network system, and even has fiber optic.
But if you don't want your walls lined with loads of wire, then here's an idea from Echelon.
Anything that runs on electricity can be networked then?
That's correct. What we've done is allowed manufacturers to embed a smart chip into their products so that every device that contains this chip can communicate and work together in the form of a network.
And that networked home, office, or building can then be accessed and controlled from another network, the World Wide Web.
You can allow people to enter your house remotely. You can check to see if your children are home, or even start your VCR.
Somebody halfway around the world is working the blind?
That's right.
This is really spooky.
Wired homes filled with internet appliances are certainly technically possible, but are they really practical? Paul Sappho is director of the Institute for the Future. As a technology forecaster, Sappho has seen quite a few information appliances come and go.
An interactive TV. This was
right.
First one.
Companies no longer in business. Companies that are trying to turn PCs into microwave ovens or turn microwaves into PCs, is this a good idea?
Well, we won't know whether it's a good idea or not for a while, but putting chips into our appliances makes a lot of sense. The chips are so cheap that you may as well do it. It might encourage a consumer that there's this extra feature they may use someday.
Features such as a dishwasher that roams the net for the cheapest power rates and then runs the load accordingly, or a washing machine that knows when it needs service and calls a repairman.
Is there any danger that we will lose control or knowledge of what our machines are doing? That's kind of scary to me.
Well, it's definitely entering a strange new world where we're giving more autonomy to our machines. And we are, of course, going to discover surprises. And perhaps you end up that you got a washing machine with attitude.
Well, you know, lately, my washing machine has been doing a lot of agitating.
Forecasts vary, but expect to see a big push to get some of the more primitive internet appliances out in the next 5 years. However, Sappho says we're not likely to see the central servers in the home until the first year of the Hillary Clinton administration.
Right, that should be next week. Well, I mean, it's probably just too costly to lay down all the wire as well.
True, and we should mention all of those future developments needed in wireless technology.
You know, speaking of expensive, I was checking out eBay a few weeks ago. Bruce Springsteen tickets, $500.
I guess some people are just born to run out of money. But not all tickets are overpriced online. There are a few deals out there, too.
That's right. You know, one thing is for sure, just as ticket sales have come to the web, ticket scalpers are taking their acts online.
Looking for my baby Jesus under the track.
Entertainment and sports tickets are getting more and more expensive. And you don't always get what you want.
Yeah, I got up at 6 in the morning. I was third in line at our local Ticketmaster outlet. Waited for hours and hours and hours, and it ended up to be a lottery system. And I got like third or fourth in line, and I ended up getting seats way far back.
Who is this?
Gina Herring is such a fan of Elton John. One year, she crossed the country 3 times to see her idol perform.
Okay, what about this one? Right.
These days, a growing number of fans are getting out of line and going online for their tickets. Herring, leery of scalpers, turned to her favorite Elton John news group to get her tickets, where she felt she wouldn't get ripped off.
I feel more comfortable online in the news group that I know, and I know a lot of the people in, and who are selling for face value and are not out to make a buck.
David Touchstone is one of those who is selling tickets for more than the face value. He hopes to sell his $153 share tickets for $900.
The price that I'm selling these tickets for may seem a little bit more than normal, but I believe that I can sell those.
Touchstone says he wants to use his profits to buy better seats for the same show.
If no one bites at $900, then I can always keep the tickets and give them to friends.
Touchstone is one of many who are hoping to cash in on the growing trend of online ticket auctions. But it never occurred to him that what he was doing might be illegal.
So I figured, well, if other people can sell tickets online and they even have a little section for it on eBay, then it must be legal.
eBay has the largest ticket auction site on the internet and relies on its users to police themselves. On any given day, you can find hundreds of sport and concert tickets, sometimes at a price significantly above their face value.
We make a decision. If it's illegal for sale, it is quickly removed from the site, and when law enforcement is interested, we provide the information to them instantly.
Have you ever heard of anyone getting caught for scalping tickets ever? Maybe.
Ben Margolin moderates an international mailing list about the artist formerly known as Prince. He doesn't allow scalpers to post on the list, but he says it probably happens anyway.
I think that there's always going to be scalping, period. There's no way to completely eradicate it because of the pure fact that there are people who have the funds to wait until the last minute to get the best seats available, and there will always be people willing to provide that.
Margolin does admit he's bought tickets from scalpers, but wouldn't buy them from online scalpers because he thinks the internet opens up too many possibilities for fraud. But people are buying, and with the opportunity to make a fast buck, he expects more ticket sellers to get into the action.
There'll be people selling them legitimately, absolutely, and there will be people scamming. It's just the fact of the way the net is, it's anonymous, that there's no real way to know what you're doing.
I'm very cautious. You know, I try to get to know the person, talk to them a little bit before I actually just send off a check. And I've been lucky, and maybe someday I won't be quite as lucky.
Buying tickets or anything else online can be risky, of course. If you want to learn the angles of being part of an online auction, come to tv.cnet.com. We'll link you to a special report. Coming up next, news from the world of computers, and then one's a little bit country, the other's a little bit rock and roll, and they're both into the internet.
Information technology is fueling innovation, progress, and today's healthy U.S. economy. But that growth is being threatened by a shortage of technology professionals. In 1998, there were 200,000 unfilled positions in the high-tech industry. The time has come to honor technology professionals and prepare our children for careers in the next century. National Techies Day is October 5th. Get involved by visiting the official website, www.techiesday.org. National Techies Day is made possible by the generous support of these companies.
For want of a better estimate, let's call it the year 2000. And this is the countdown.
TZ2K, Friday at 9 a.m. on Sci-Fi. TZ2K.
Okay, everyone, think always on, fast internet connections. Data, is video ready?
She's a huge file, but downloading fast.
Great trip. Oh, I don't feel so compressed.
Nice. What about voice?
I'm coming.
Okay, everyone, on 3.
Now there's a new kind of internet company called Rhythms that keeps you a step ahead. Rhythms DSL over a Cisco-powered network gives you always-on, ultra-fast access, so you won't miss a beat. Rhythms, it's where internet connections are moving.
Remember when walking on the moon was as unbelievable as fat-free potato chips? Well, now we have lots of things we thought were too good to be true. Portable computers everywhere. Cloning has become a reality. We even have a pill that makes old men hotter than Phoenix in July. And to top it off, now you can get all your long-distance calls for only 99 cents.
That's right. With 10-10-220, it's only 99 cents for all calls up to 20 minutes and just 7 cents a minute after that. All day, every day. And no monthly fees. Just dial 10-10-220.
There you go. Make some sweaters.
Those must have been some cookies you left Santa.
I didn't leave them cookies. I left them cheese.
Behold the power of cheese.
I want to see the future of television. I want to see what I want to be.
I want to be invisible.
I want to explore the unknown. I want to run with aliens. I want to use my sixth sense.
I want to see the filmmakers of tomorrow.
I want to go to a cosmic freak show.
I want to destroy the alien conspiracy.
I want to ride a sandworm.
I want to hunt the hunter.
Stimulate me.
Fascinate me.
Innovate me.
Sci-Fi
me.
Net News is sponsored by IBM Solutions for a Small Planet.
In our headlines from the digital world, Microsoft is teaming up with Ford Motor Company to offer netizens direct car sales online. Microsoft's Steve Ballmer joined Ford's CEO Jacques Nasser at a press conference near Silicon Valley last week to make the announcement. Net car buyers will soon be able to research and put orders for cars into Ford through Microsoft's CarPoint website.
The impact it's going to have on the whole product delivery and product design process is huge. And I can't overestimate it at this point. It is going to change the way we think about the business, the way we conduct business.
All Ford car sales will still officially be processed through franchise dealers. And Microsoft has plans to sign up other car companies to sell through its CarPoint site. A deal with Honda is reportedly in the works. And Sega's new Dreamcast video game console, the first ever to offer internet connectivity, is breaking sales records left and right. Dreamcast just hit the market this month with major fanfare, and Sega sold more than 370,000 of the systems in the first 4 days on the market. That surpasses previous launch records held by the Nintendo 64. Dreamcast also netted more than $97 million in sales in its first day on store shelves. That's more than triple industry records. Sega spokesmen say the huge response is due in part to heavy marketing.
This is by far the biggest marketing campaign ever witnessed in the video game industry. $100 million, focused primarily on television, print, consumer promotions. We're going to be sponsoring music tours, the whole gamut.
And that's our news for this week. Coming up next, check out some great digital cameras for under $400. And then Donnie and Marie make the internet part of their comeback.
Salon.com. Arts, entertainment, books,
comics, health,
technology,
media, Mother's Who Thinks,
travel,
people.
Scathingly honest, round the clock. Salon.com.
It makes you think.
Sans soleil, la fleur périt et puis s'évanouit. Oh, quel
Introducing Slim Fast Cappuccino Delight. One taste and you'll fall in love. Made with rich imported coffee, fat-free milk, cool, smooth. There's never been a more irresistible way to lose weight and feel great. New Slim Fast Cappuccino Delight. Taste it and fall in love.
He had power that could not be matched. Courage that could not be shaken.
I will not wear the clothes of a guilty man.
And a spirit
We gotta take it to the federal court.
Judge is gonna throw it out. That could not be broken.
Then we transcend the law. We get back to humanity.
Golden Globe Award nominee, Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor, Denzel Washington. The Hurricane, rated R, starts Wednesday in select theaters.
Going sideways. Folks, this is the Cybervator. It guides you through the computer store inside your computer. 11th floor, where the biggest computer brands are always on sale. Virtually speaking. Going diagonal, auctions hard to find items, and the Love Lounge? Oops, someone's mouse is wandering. Egghead.com, the computer store inside your computer.
Log on to egghead.com now for great deals like these. Get this compact Presario 5460 PC, only $299 after rebate. You save $400. Get this compact Presario 1247 laptop, only $899 after rebate, a savings of $400. For just $289, you can get organized with a Palm 5 from egghead.com. Plus, for a limited time, enjoy free shipping when you enter the certificate code FREE. Details at egghead.com/free. Egghead.com, the computer store inside your computer.
As recently as a year ago, to take professional quality digital images, I forgot to smile, you had to have $1,000 at least to spend. Now Desmond Crisis says you can get away with a lot less than that.
Right. These are all digital cameras under $400, and now's the time to get one of these, because not only are the prices right, but the images are a lot better than they used to be.
That's one of the first considerations is the picture good? Then what's the battery life? And then third, how long and how difficult is it to get those pictures into the computer? First, the quality is not bad.
Right. We just took this photo of our very own Chris Parker Parker talking to his fish. And it looks pretty darn good. And we blew it up on the whole screen, and you can see all the little details, all the little scales in the fish are all there.
Right. There's some dark background, light foreground, and all of these cameras dealt with it differently. Our editors liked the picture quality from the PhotoSmart by Hewlett-Packard.
They also like the photo quality, really the outdoor photo quality on all of them was pretty acceptable. Some of them have a little bit of trouble in the dark, though, because they're trying to match the exposure level, and getting the shutter speed right with digital is a little trickier.
Now batteries. We also like the battery life on the PhotoSmart. It's very easy on batteries, and it also uses off-the-shelf, you know, AA's. But
right. As does the Olympus, also takes AA's, and is not as hard on the AA batteries as it used to be. Some of the earlier generations of the Olympus camera did eat the batteries pretty quick. But one that still eats batteries is the Canon. And the only other bummer about this is it uses a proprietary battery. So try and find one of these in your local Radio Shack.
That looks like an action figure from a Japanese anime or something. That's the
It's
weirdest
pretty
looking
tough.
battery. All right, now, beyond picture quality and batteries, every digital camera you buy will somehow allow you to put the pictures into your computer over a cable, usually a serial cable.
Right. In this case, this is an NTSC cable that allow you to record your pictures onto a videotape, or at least just display them on a video piece of equipment. But this is kind of cool if you want to send a videotape to Aunt Martha who doesn't have a computer.
However, if you really want to get those pictures quickly stored, you really have to use something like this. This is called a memory card. Whoops, I popped that out last time onto the floor. All right. This is a memory card that's called a flash memory.
Or a compact flash
4
memory.
megabytes. Not all cameras use the same kind, though.
Right. There's also another type of memory called a smart media card. This is used in the Olympus camera and a couple of others. This is kind of the way to go. You're looking at 8 megs of memory. They make these even bigger, up to about 16 megs so far. But the other cool part is that not only does this run on the camera, but it also runs in this flash path adapter. So you pop that in, and it looks just like a floppy disk and fits just like a floppy disk, and then reads just like a floppy disk.
More information is available, and including not just these 3, but other sub-$400 cameras at tv.cnet.com. Pay a visit and smile.
Get it?
Got it?
Gooey.
Now you can chat with anyone.
Anywhere. On any site.
With the revolutionary GUI technology.
Download it today.
Absolutely free.
Through CNET's download channel.
And
get chatty.
Insider Tips, your guide to exploring all the Internet has to offer. Just watch. Browsing the Internet is easy, but when you run into trouble with error messages and returned email, it's hard to know where to turn for help. On AOL, you can use Member Services as your one-stop shop for AOL and Internet help. Everything's there, from online safety to speeding up your web browser. Here's how it works. Type in keyword HELP. Then choose from the topics listed on the left. If you know exactly what you need, select Search Help and type in your questions, such as can't send mail. You'll immediately be given a list of topics to help you with your problem. For help from an AOL representative or another member, just click on any of the help topics, then select Ask the Staff. You can then post a question on a message board, jump into a chat room, or talk one-on-one to a representative. To find out more about this insider tip or others to make your online experience easier, come to tv.cnet.com or America Online, keyword CNET.
For want of a better estimate, let's call it the year 2000. And this is the countdown.
TZ2K, Friday at 9 a.m. on Sci-Fi. TZ2K.
Burger King has added a new word to the English language, craveable. Craveable, adjective, as in the craveable new Chicken Club sandwich is here to stay at Burger King. See, the Chicken Club has all white meat chicken, crispy bacon, and lettuce and tomato. So at first we called it delicious. But that didn't work. Tasty? Not good enough. But craveable just seemed to fit. The dictionary people didn't like it.
I'm sorry, craveable is not a real word.
But folks still seem to be warming up to our Chicken Club.
Burger King. Have it your way. Okay, everyone, think always on, fast internet connections. Data is video ready?
She's a huge file, but downloading fast. Great trip. Oh, I don't feel so compressed.
Nice. What about voice?
I'm coming.
Okay, everyone, on 3.
Now there's a new kind of internet company called Rhythms that keeps you a step ahead. Rhythms DSL over a Cisco-powered network gives you always-on, ultra-fast access, so you won't miss a beat. Rhythms, it's where internet connections are moving.
What sets some people apart, gives them the confidence to succeed on their own terms,
It's no secret, it's the Wall Street Journal. Now you can have that confidence delivered for 13 weeks at just $36.75, just 57 cents a day. That's a 25% savings off our regular rate, which makes now a great time to try this limited time offer. Call now, 800-835-7000. That's 800-835-7000 for the Wall Street Journal.
Farscape, the most cinematic sci-fi series on television, expands its universe with an explosive 4-part season finale. New dangers, new discoveries, new desires. Farscape goes farther with the all-new 4-part season climax, beginning January 7th at 8 on Sci-Fi. The end is just the beginning.
The 70s, of course, are back. It seems like they've been back for practically all of the 90s. Kind of confusing.
If you've had a day job during the 90s, you may not know that those squeaky clean variety show superstars, the Osmonds, are also back with their own daytime TV talk show.
But they've leaped out of the shag carpet era into the digital one by using the internet. Recently, they launched a talent search to give up-and-comers a chance to show off their acts online and on the air. We went behind the scenes of Donnie and Marie's show to take a look.
We held a talent contest on the internet a little while back. Hundreds and hundreds of entries. It was great.
When the folks at the Donnie and Marie show set out to find some talent among a host of hopefuls,
crazy for me,
they knew the web was the way to go.
It's a perfect medium because it connects the world. You know, years past, I remember back in the 70s, there wasn't as much competition. Harder to get in, you know, to get that record deal and things like that. Now there's so many different mediums available for talent. Look what we can do now through the internet.
From hundreds of submissions, Donnie and Marie show staffers chose 10 finalists. And from there, the search went cyber. The finalist performance videos were posted on the show's official website, and net users got to vote on their favorites.
The thing that I loved about the contest, too, is that I love the fact that people chose the people. They narrowed it down to the 3.
Donnie and Marie made the final choice, 2 singing, guitar-playing brothers from Elliott, Maine. For Adam and Michael Scharf, this cyber star search was opportunity knocking.
I was actually watching the Donnie and Marie show and feeding my son. I've got a son that's about 7 months old. And after the show, Donnie and Marie came out and said, you know, if you're an aspiring star, solo or duo act, you. Yeah,
right, solo or duo.
And then submit your video.
And Adam often hears voices on the television, so he knew they were talking to him.
I thought they were talking to me.
Perhaps he was right, because Donnie and Marie were wowed by the acoustic sounds of the Scharf brothers.
There were 3 finalists, and I turned to Marie and said, let's go for talent. Let's find some talent here. And these guys were really good. They wrote the song for the show, and
the fact
very
that they
talented
wrote it,
guys.
that they performed it, and I actually thought they were very charming.
For the Scharf brothers, meeting Donnie and Marie was a dream come true.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just met Donnie Osmond.
You know what they said to us? That meant so much. They said, you guys are our Andy Williams, because Andy Williams gave us our break on his show.
Which was really
That meant
sweet.
a lot.
It's tough to miss the career path parallels here. Think about it. Donnie and Marie Osmond, Adam and Michael Scharf, both singing sibling acts?
Yet I don't know which one's the girl. That's confusing.
We don't know which one's the girl.
No.
As the winners of this online, on-air talent search, the Scharf brothers won a trip to Hollywood, the chance to perform on national TV, and, of course, all the star treatment that goes along with it.
I have a leather couch, and I thought that was cool.
I like this. This is in case I get mail. See, my brother's in heaven. He's getting his hair done by someone other than himself.
So, with a little help from the net and their longtime idols, the Scharf brothers are getting their showbiz break.
Now the work starts.
It seems like everyone gets their 20 minutes of fame somewhere. That's it for CNET Central this week. For more information about the stories on this week's show, please check out our website at tv.cnet.com.
There we'll link you to more information about all the stories you saw on the show today, plus all the CNET sites and services. I'm Richard Hart.
I'm Hari Srinivasan. Thanks for tuning in and logging on.
Those must have been some cookies you left Santa.
I didn't leave them cookies. I left them cheese.
Behold the power of cheese.
Shop.sci-fi.com, the world's largest sci-fi store, as well as sci-fi videos, audiobooks, and online auctions. Get a free exclusive variant Willow figure from the Buffy toy line with every purchase of $25 or more at the Sci-Fi store while supplies last. Thank you for browsing shop.sci-fi.com.
New edge is designated.
Cyber.
This is Sci-Fi.
On the new edge.
Now it's all about information transfer, precision instrumentation, precision targeting.
First, the U.S. military is getting ready to fight the future. Then, stopping the action for a good look around. Next, could it be medicine from the sea?
That represents a great resource for drug discovery.
Finally, I want to fly like an eagle in my very own helicopter. It's all right here on the new edge.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to The New Edge. I'm Ryan Seacrest. The world is rapidly expanding, and massive urban areas are the most natural places for future conflict. Now, knowing this, the military is taking steps to prepare. The project, Urban Warrior. The goal, to get the Marines ready for the battlefields of the 21st century. Take a look.
In this day and age, it's no longer about attrition, about killing the most people and being the last one standing. That's not the way we fight the war anymore.
Wars have plagued every generation, causing mass destruction, chaos, and fear. Once fought out on battlefields in hand-to-hand combat, warfare has since evolved, and in the future, there will be a new battle to be won.
We realize that in the future, we're not going to be able to avoid the cities. We're going to have to go in. There's going to be a lot of requirements for humanitarian support, disaster relief, and security operations.
Now it's all about information transfer, precision instrumentation, precision targeting.
Currently, military doctrine has been to avoid cities. And we see the trend is, as you can see from just looking from Boston down to Richmond, quickly it's all becoming one urban center. And that's coming all around the world in the littorals, along the coast.
This rapid urban sprawl is creating new set problems for the military, making it difficult to perform humanitarian assistance operations within this new environment.
The vision and the mission of the future is all going to be about information. Information transfer, valid information, logical information that's crucial at the time. There are a lot of technologies that they're bringing to the fore right now, which is going to be the focus probably of a huge part of our mission in the future.
Training is crucial for success in the event of disasters such as earthquakes, floods, and hurricanes. When dealing with coastal cities, it may become necessary to run entire operations from at-sea command centers. This requires adapting and utilizing state-of-the-art technologies and communication equipment.
Our experiments here are all about getting in with a lighter footprint, sustaining from the sea, communicating from the sea, and doing what we have to do.
The Marine of the 21st century will be carrying more than just weapons. Equipped with EUT palm-top computers, wireless LANs, and differential GPS, communications become top priority.
We have the Sea-Based Battle Lab here, and the Sea-Based Battle Lab is intended to move technologies which have been on the table for years and bring them out and actually put them into operation out in the world.
On the screen, on the computer screen, we have the graphics, which show the location of our different units. We can click on the units, find out about their current status.
Now, right now.
If they have any requirements, how they sit with their logistics sustainment.
In general, fleet battle experiments are concept-based, and that means that after reviewing the technologies available, what we really do is think about how to use them. After we come up with a good idea, then we go back out and pull those technologies in to try to demonstrate the use of that idea. So in a fleet battle experiment, we start with the idea and then go to the technology.
Technologies like armored vehicles, amphibious assault vehicles, remote-controlled four-wheel ATVs, and mobile counter-fire systems that merge automated weapons with counter-sniper technologies capable of identifying and acquiring enemy small arms fire via acoustic sensors.
That's it, right side of the vehicle.
Dragonfire, designed to provide highly responsive battlefield support, receives digital target coordinates and automatically resolves fire solution.
Often the way it works now is that we decide we need something, we hand it off to specialists in acquisition. They go away from the warfighter for a long period of time, and they come back, and by the time they come back with the thing we've asked for, the world has changed, and we end up using that thing in ways that we did not anticipate.
Anticipating what the future will bring is difficult. What works today may not be the case for tomorrow. But this type of research and planning is helping our military to move forward and prepare for change.
Changing the world is no different in the military than it is outside. It's changing mindsets, it's changing focus.
It's evident that technology will be essential for success in the security environment of the new millennium. The Marine Corps Warfighting Lab is planning new technologies for battle within urban environments.
Next up on The New Edge, what does it take to stop time and motion? And want to go for a ride in your very own helicopter? These stories and more right here on The New Edge.
Come on down to Gainesville and play for free. Check out Three-Eyed Bingo, Stuck Car Madness, and many more. We're giving away loads of prizes, including $55,000 in cash every month. Gamesville.com, wasting your time since 1996.
For want of a better estimate, let's call it the year 2000. And this is the countdown.
TZ2K, Friday at 9 a.m. on Sci-Fi.
TZ2K.
Remember when walking on the moon was as unbelievable as fat-free potato chips? Well, now we have lots of things we thought were too good to be true. Portable computers everywhere. Cloning has become a reality. We even have a pill that makes old men hotter than Phoenix in July. And to top it off, now you can get all your long-distance calls for only 99 cents.
That's right. With 10-10-220, it's only 99 cents for all calls up to 20 minutes, and just 7 cents a minute after that. All day, every day. And no monthly fees. Just dial 10-10-220.
There you go. Make some sweaters.
There are close to 1 billion places to shop on the internet. How do you know which ones to trust? BizRate.com. Don't get e-screwed. Start here before you do your holiday shopping.
You guys
guys ready to spread some holiday cheer at 56K? Come on.
When you order this Dell Dimension L433C desktop featuring an Intel Celeron processor at 433 megahertz, you also get jukebox software, greeting card software, and an Intel PC camera, so you can make your own holiday greetings. Dell For Me makes it easy.
What kind of holiday music is that?
Plus, this system includes everything you see here for just $14.99. And if you order by December 31st, you can get $400 back when you buy a Dell system and sign up for the DellNet 3-year internet service program. It's all part of Dell For Me, a great way to get the things you want in one place. To order your Dell Dimension featuring an Intel Celeron processor and to get details on the DellNet $400 mail-in rebate, visit our website or call today.
Happy holidays!
Be direct. Dell.
Shop.sci-fi.com. Explore the world's largest sci-fi store, as well as online auctions and sci-fi videos. Thank you for browsing shop.sci-fi.com.
It's the latest look on TV, those commercials and music videos where action is taking place all around, and then suddenly it appears as if everything is frozen in time, suspended in mid-motion. You might think it's just a computer-generated special effect, but it's not. Watch.
Freeze framing. You may have seen it done before, but never like this. Subjects stopped in time with a specially designed camera called Time Track. The idea is to create the illusion of an object frozen in time and space while giving the impression that time is still progressing.
In normal motion pictures, there's two kinds of movement. There's the movement of the subject in front of the camera, and there's also the movement of the camera through space. What the Time Track camera can do is it can separate out those two forms of movement, so you can have this virtual camera move while the subject is frozen in time. And what that does to the viewer's mind is it tells you that there's a reference in the shot that's telling you that time is passing. But because the subject isn't moving, it elicits this response, which is, this is impossible.
The camera system is made up of dozens of small still camera components consisting of a lens and a film plane with a light-tight passage linking them together. Dayton turned to the design company Electrokinetics to construct the 35mm film feed and take-up. They also alter the cameras to fit the needs of any production. A 5-foot section of film is loaded behind the lenses, and a synchronized shutter is used to capture dozens of simultaneous or sequenced photographs.
How does the simultaneous shutter system work?
There's basically a strip here which is like a piece of film, but it's actually functioning as a shutter. And it has 40 shutter openings, so it just shifts an inch or so, and those 40 openings pass behind the 40 lenses.
This captures the various points of view you see. The largest camera uses 160 lenses, with 40 per section. It can be used in an arch or a straight line. There are 3 standard sizes of camera, each with a unique purpose.
This camera is basically looking at an object that's about here, and it'll do a third of a circle or 120-degree arc around an object placed here. So it's a close-up camera. The shutter system on this one works differently. It moves vertically through the camera so that you can program in the sequencing of the shutters into the way that these shutter strips are punched.
When combined with other effects like layering or matting, you can create an environment where some elements in the scene appear to be frozen while others remain in motion.
We can do a number of things where we can combine motion in the shot with the frozen moment. We have a normal motion picture camera filming the first half of the shot, moving through space at the same speed that the Time Track's virtual point of view moves. And when the regular motion picture camera gets to the intersection with this camera, we cut to this point of view. Another thing we can do is mount a motion picture camera on the end of this camera and move the whole system through space to get the same effect.
Designers at Electrokinetics are working on the next generation of Time Track cameras and some interactive products.
This looks pretty neat. What is this?
It's an interactive electromechanical toy product. You can build your own little city and then actually control and drive cars and traffic around. The steering is accomplished by using this little laser to control the particular car that you're following.
They've also designed a virtual clock with a programmable face that can be customized to display any pattern with just a few clicks of the remote. The time track camera of the future is going to take television in a new direction by giving the viewer a choice of cameras and angles, taking us from just observing to actively controlling what we see.
The interactive city is still in the early developmental stages, and there is no set date for its release. The virtual image clock is available now through Electrokinetics, and they hope to have a less expensive version by the end of the year.
Coming up on The New Edge, medical breakthroughs that come from beneath the sea. And if you build it, they will come for a ride. Just ahead on The New Edge.
Information technology is fueling innovation, progress, and today's healthy U.S. economy. But that growth is being threatened by a shortage of technology professionals. In 1998, there were 200,000 unfilled positions in the high-tech industry. The time has come to honor technology professionals and prepare our children for careers in the next century. National Techies Day is October 5th. Get involved by visiting the official website, www.techiesday.org. National Techies Day is made possible by the generous support of these companies.
I'm so excited. Look, meatplanet.com. I logged on, $500. We're getting 1,500 pounds of meat. T-bone, porterhouse, top round. I've got meat in my heart. Come on, baby, sing with me. This internet thing is gonna change all of our lives. It's here.
Find all the best websites here. Start your shopping at bizrate.com.
Okay, everyone, think always on, fast internet connections. Data, is video ready?
She's a huge file, but downloading fast.
Great trip. Oh, I don't feel so compressed.
Nice. What about voice?
I'm coming.
Okay, everyone, on 3.
Now there's a new kind of internet company called Rhythms that keeps you a step ahead. Rhythms DSL over a Cisco-powered network gives you always-on, ultra-fast access, so you won't miss a beat. Rhythms, it's where internet connections are moving.
I'm serving a party of 20 whether this pain goes away or not. So I took Advil liquid gels. See, they're stronger and faster than extra strength Tylenol on tough pain. It's the only pain reliever with liquid inside. Advil liquid gels. It's stronger and faster.
You look awful. Sinus pressure, huh? You know how Advil handles your tough pain fast? Well, Advil Cold and Sinus handles tough sinus pain fast. This is in this, plus a decongestant. That's why they call it Advil Cold and Sinus.
Hello, this is Mark John Jeffries for PPPC. A friend just emailed me that there was a grave oversight in my last chat with you. Well, I told you how you could get a really terrific brand name PC like this one. Plus, unlimited internet access, in-home service, and great deals, all for just $24.95 a month. I did not say out loud how easy it is to get in touch with PeoplePC, but I could fix that right now. Visit us at peoplepc.com or just dial 1-800-PEOPLE-PC. Simple. While you get something to write with, let me go over the plan one more time. Let's review. For about the price of internet service alone, you get the whole pie over here. A new computer, in-home service, deals, and unlimited internet access. Visit us at peoplepc.com or call us. Thank you for letting me set the record straight.
The discovery of penicillin in 1929 led to an arsenal of drugs aimed at fighting bacteria and disease. As time goes on, however, more and more bacteria are gaining resistance to our battery of drugs to fight them. In an effort to discover new agents for our arsenal against disease, scientists aren't all turning to the laboratory. Some are turning to the sea.
As humans live longer lives and continue to win battles against disease, disease fights back.
There are cases now, frightening cases, in the hospitals throughout the world where many people die because typical infections cannot be cured with the antibiotics that we have at hand now. We could still return to tuberculosis being a significant problem in modern society.
New viral strains continue to pop up every day. Strains that have developed resistance to drugs humans have counted on for years.
There's an insatiable need for the development of new drugs. And the reason for that is, of course, that many of the infectious diseases that are found today, tuberculosis, Staph aureus, have become resistant to drugs.
Most of our traditional drugs come from terrestrial sources, but with more and more diseases surviving our weapons against them, researchers and scientists are looking to other venues for drug discovery. One of the most promising? The ocean.
The ocean is 75% of the surface of the planet, and yet we really have done almost no studies of the potential to disease-curing molecules that exist in the ocean. The entire pharmaceutical industry was built upon the discoveries of drugs in nature. Quite typically, those substances came from our terrestrial environment, an environment we were very familiar with. But if you started again, and you know what you know now, you would probably begin with the ocean. And the reason is the biodiversity of the ocean. Biodiversity and genetic diversity are the foundations for the production of new drugs.
But the ocean is a big place and presents unique challenges to traditional methods of research.
You know, in one afternoon, we can take organisms out of the ocean. 99% of them have never been seen before. We thought, well, why can't we just use the same techniques that were devised by Pasteur, the petri dish with the bacteria growing on the dish? And we found that less than 1% of the organisms in the ocean would grow. So we went back to the drawing board and we started with an analysis of the ocean. What's out there? What are the sources for food for microorganisms? And we then design new methods. Methods to grow them, methods to find them, methods to selectively bring them in. And we work with them in culture. We separate them into single species and grow them in flasks. These molecules are in such abundance in these microscopic sources that it represents a great resource for drug discovery.
Scouring the seas, Dr. William Finnicle and his students at the Scripps Institute of Oceanography are looking for solutions to drug resistance problems in the oceans around the world, looking for cures from inflammatory diseases to cancer and HIV.
We are looking for substances that show selective control of certain types of cancer. We found new potential cancer drugs that target breast cancer, target ovarian cancer, and target prostate cancer. And we've discovered about 6 molecules over the past year that have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. But you know, I have to mention that these are not drugs. I may use the word drug, but they're really candidates for drugs and not drugs themselves. There's a far difference between discovering something with lots of potential and then ultimately developing it and treating humans.
Regardless of the cost or the means, it's an urgent battle we are fighting against the more and more powerful diseases we face every day. The race against these new strains compels Dr. Finnicle and his scientists to turn to the unique properties of the sea for answers and cures.
While the discovery of drugs and their development doesn't come in leaps and bounds, the sea definitely seems like our most accessible reservoir for their development. Someday, we may indeed find that the sea has yielded relief from cancer, skin disease, and maybe even AIDS. Coming up on The New Edge, is building your own helicopter anything like making your own flamethrower?
Get it?
Got it?
GUI!
Now you can chat with anyone.
Anywhere. On any site.
With the revolutionary GUI technology.
Download it today.
Absolutely free.
Through CNET's download channel.
And
get chatty.
This sci-fi program is brought to you by America's dairy farmers. Behold the power of cheese.
Those must have been some cookies you left Santa.
I didn't leave them cookies, I left them cheese.
Behold the power of cheese.
Okay, everyone, think always on, fast internet connections. Data is video ready?
She's a huge file, but downloading fast.
Great trip. Oh, I don't feel so compressed.
Nice. What about voice?
I'm coming.
Okay, everyone, on 3.
Now there's a new kind of internet company called Rhythms that keeps you a step ahead. Rhythms DSL over a Cisco-powered network gives you always-on, ultra-fast access, so you won't miss a beat. Rhythms, it's where internet connections are moving.
There are close to 1 billion places to shop on the internet. How do you know which ones to trust? BizRate.com. Don't get e-screwed. Start here before you do your holiday shopping.
Farscape, the most cinematic sci-fi series on television, expands its universe with an explosive 4-part season finale. New dangers, new discoveries, new desires. Farscape goes farther with the all-new 4-part season climax, beginning January 7th at 8 on Sci-Fi. The end is just the beginning.
Remember those little airplanes you used to put together when you were a kid? You know, the little wooden wings and the plastic propeller. Weren't those cool? Well, now making your own flying machine has gotten a whole lot more complicated. Watch.
Anybody who subscribes to magazines like Popular Mechanics has probably seen the ads for build-it-yourself helicopters. But these aren't lawnmower engine go-karts. Kit choppers have come a long way. They're now a safe, fast, and reliable way of putting you in the pilot's seat.
This sweet baby is the Rotorway Exec 162F. It is an experimental class helicopter with a max gross weight of 1,500 pounds. It will cruise comfortably at 115 miles per hour to a maximum service ceiling of 10,000 feet.
Our machine is noted for quality and reliability.
One of the most popular and technically advanced kit aircrafts on the market is Rotorway International's Exec 162F. This chopper is easy to build, maintain, and a total blast to fly.
When you receive your helicopter, it will come in 8 wooden crates. Inside the wooden crates will be cardboard boxes. Inside the cardboard boxes will be your cards with your individual parts.
The instructions are easy to follow. Even somebody not too familiar with helicopters can put this baby together in a snap. Each part, down to the nuts and bolts, is inspected and labeled before shipping. Furthermore, parts requiring specific balance and precision, like the engine and the rotor hub, are put together by trained aeronautic mechanics before delivery. No special tools are required, and the whole thing can be assembled in your garage. Then the real fun starts.
A person gets his helicopter nearly completed, and then they show up here for phase 1. And in phase 1, we teach them how to hover the helicopter. We spend the afternoons teaching them rotor system rigging, engine maintenance, basic aerodynamics, basically enough to kind of get them started so that they can go home, complete the rigging on their own helicopter, and get it up into the air.
Once you've completed your helicopter, you return to Rotorway for phase 2 of the training. That's when you learn how to fly and are on your way to becoming a licensed helicopter pilot. Probably the most impressive and unique part of this helicopter is the fully automated digital electronic control system. The FADEC computer controls power plant operations, such as fuel, air, and ignition ratios. It also can tune the engine automatically for optimum performance.
This is the FADEC display. Here's the fun part right here. Diagnostics. If, for example, you saw a 1 in this top window, we would look it up under the A codes legend here, and it would tell us crank sensor. What's happening there is the computer is complaining and saying that, hey, I'm not getting any information from my crank sensor. In addition to all of this, there is a whole spreadsheet of data recorded for the last 4 hours of flight so that our engineers can pull that chip and see exactly what yours truly was doing with the throttle for the last 4 hours.
All the parameters of the engine are monitored right here on the digital display, and it will tell you everything that your engine is doing, from RPM, throttle position, what your air temperature is, barometric pressure, spark timing, And it also gives you a code if any of these systems fail.
Using a laptop computer and a fax modem, the FADEC also gives engineers at the factory the ability to monitor rotorway helicopters all over the world.
Once we've established a connection over the phone lines, I can actually bring up our fuel parameter software, and it gives me a display of everything that the engine is doing right here. And if I feel that something needs to be changed, I can change any of these numbers in here to change the fuel or change the timing or battery calibration, any number of things. And basically I can see everything that the helicopter is doing from right here and make any changes that are necessary. I should be able to tell them the part that needs to be replaced or retune the engine to make it function properly. I can be a personal mechanic from anywhere in the world.
The sleek two-seat design makes it feel like a sports car. Just don't put the top down. And the onboard computer makes this little guy one of the most advanced vehicles you can buy out of the back of a magazine.
The kit helicopter costs you about $62 grand, but when you compare that to a regular used helicopter at $120,000, it's a pretty good deal. Plus, imagine the fun of putting one together from the ground up. If you want some more information on that story or anything you've seen on the show, look us up on the web at tv.cnet.com. Out of time for now. We'll see you again soon on The New Edge.
Earth 2 is designated.
Space.
This is Sci-Fi.